think 90s comedy like How to Be a Player, Booty Call, stuff like that,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, Bill Bellamy. It's a girl's version of that, but it's
Okay.
me. And I play three different characters in the movie,
Oh.
three different characters. And this
This is how you know your mother ugly. When your friends be like, oh, you dating so-and-so, let me see a picture. The longer it take you to find a picture, the uglier he is. Okay, you pull your phone out, you be like, damn. She like, is your phone broke? Just wait a minute, okay? Wait a minute. You find a picture of him and be like, look at him. This was a throwback Thursday when he was 8 years old. Look at him. Wasn't he cute? Wasn't he cute? Because your friends will say shady shit to you when they see you with him, right? They're going to be like, okay. That's you? Bless your heart.
Well, what's up, Brandi? Finally good to see you here today.
yesterday was it was a day.
No worries, no worries. I'm Najir Chambers from Big O Belt Media. Super excited to talk to you today. Congratulations, your debut comedy special, LOL Live with Brandi Denise, is streaming right now on Hulu, and I would imagine Disney Plus as well. You have the combo and whatnot, but it's available nonetheless. How you doing? How you feeling? How you taking it all in?
I feel so good. I've been just going. I threw myself like a really like lavish premiere party, like a little Hollywood party. Now that
Okay.
that's over, I just like slept for 2 days.
Good. Self-care is good.
Yeah, I went for a little bike ride this morning. I feel
Nice.
good, you
Cool.
know.
All right. Well, that next special, just make sure I get an invite in the mail. I love to pull up on you real quick.
All right, okay, I got you. I got you.
First and foremost, I gotta say, because it's I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. First and foremost, you look completely fabulous on stage. I want to know about the outfit decision. I love the orange; it really popped. But the me thing I was talking about is I'm always eyeing in on white forces, and I'm like, okay, them things were clean, so like this, because if you could throw the whole vibe off, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to
Yeah,
point no direction, but that's a whole wave and a whole nother part that I don't
yeah.
condone, and I definitely got issue with it. But you pulled up proper, and I just had to make sure you knew it.
Thank you. That's funny because like that for me, like I know the jokes are there, but I'm like, this outfit needs to bang. So what I did was, and I realized I talked to the director and one of the producers a lot about what the look was. Because like
Okay.
I have, a lot of my male comics, they were like, well, how do you know what the stage looks like? How do you know this? Because they're sending me pictures. I'm like, somebody need to tell me because I'm not just gonna show up on the day of and just record what the fuck ever. Like I need to make sure everything looks. So they sent me pictures like weeks before I went to a department store, and that was actually like a suit. And I was like, yeah, I'm loving the color, but it's not showing enough skin for me. So then I went into a seamstress, got the pants cut into some shorts,
Yeah.
went to a little stripper store, got me a little bedazzled top. I was like, now we're talking about me. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like a bottle girl goes to corporate, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, let's do a little spin on it. And then yeah, those Air Forces did not touch. They
Right out
did.
the box.
The camera didn't see them till I touched that thing. They weren't the ones I was worried about all week. No, no, no.
Hey, I love. Oh man, you funny as I know what. I love it. I love it. Um, so obviously everybody knows this was produced by Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart's team, Heartbeat. And that's a big deal. And I know now you had your 2 days rest and probably let this metabolize, but to kind of go back to the moment that you were approached for this, and I mean, just to really put this into perspective here, this is your comedy special debut. It's on
Debut.
it's on Hulu, one of the
Hmm.
biggest streaming apps out there. Also part of Disney Plus,
Hmm.
another big streaming app in
Hmm.
Vegas, and not even like run down Vegas, but like Vegas proper.
Yeah, yeah. Kevin Hart's birthday weekend.
You know, so when you were approached, and obviously there's got to be a measure of like, your hard work and determination knew that you deserved this moment. But the moment that you pinched yourself and you was like, holy shit, like this is coming, this is happening.
This is crazy because I want to say it's probably only been 2 times in my whole career that I thought about quitting comedy, and I would say last May might have been one. But before I stopped, I was like, you know what? Let me go to New York and let me. I had been past the cellar and multiple other things, but I was like, I'm gonna go to New York and do a New York run. I need some money. And so I went to New York for a week and I was out there and I was like, this might be it. Like, I need to go. I got degrees and stuff. I need to go make me some money, find me a husband, and sit the fuck down. Like, I'm gonna do this little week. And like, out of that week came so much. I almost feel like it was like God or somebody being like, no, girl, no. Because that week, I went and saw Fallon in
Mm,
person, the show for live. Immediately when I saw that show, I made up in my mind that I was going to do it. 3 months later, I did it.
yeah,
And then that
you're
same week,
going.
my manager called me with two specials. He said, somebody wants to offer you an hour special, and Heartbeat wants to give you a half hour. You have enough time, you could do both. And so I'm sitting there like, damn, I could do Fallon, I could do two specials. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I think I might continue to do comedy.
Yeah. Manifestation. We definitely gonna talk about that at the end of this. And I love that for you. That's a dope story. And I think if there's anything to be learned from that from anybody, is you gotta bet on yourself
Mhm.
and the things will happen. So I'm tapped in easily with your set because I mean, look at me. How could I not? Because at any given day, now, first of all, I would never pull up on a date trying to sing Boys to Men. I just don't have the balls to try nothing like that. Uh, but I can tell you how you relate with your parents. I swear I was so triggered. I hit pause right away because I
Yeah.
was like, I'm about to send this right to my aunt. I'd be damn tired of her, but like, what's my password? How
Yeah.
do I know your password? Fine, I'm just gonna Google it. What? Okay,
Oh,
this
yeah.
get out my
Yeah.
face. But I want to know for you though, because like us, and I say us as a community, it's easy for us to look at a comedian comic on stage and say like we know this is going to relate to us because we know there's just so much humor in all our day to days and our families and whatnot. But for you, do you sort of get a sense of sort of what I want to say? Do you sort of get a sense of like evaluating your audiences? Do you take a look at how you want to adjust your jokes based on the city, based on the crowd, or do you just trust people to ride with you regardless?
I like to think that I'm very, very good at connection. And I think that I've tailored a lot of my jokes to whether here's the thing about a good storyteller, whether you've been in that situation or not, the storyteller can create such a scenario or make you feel such a way that whether you've been there or not, they bring you into their world. So it doesn't matter to me if anybody ever relate. If you've never been on a date with a guy who's saying, if you don't even have parents, you're still going to laugh at what I'm saying because I'm bringing you to my world. I'm not trying to
Okay.
recreate. I'm telling you mine.
Yeah.
So that I don't change anything. I did Comedy Central and I talked about getting hit on by my caseworkers. Then they trying to give me food stamps. And I did that was my first TV recording ever, and that was with Comedy Central. I don't change anything. It's just
Okay.
like this is my story. I tell it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. Like I was just telling the last interviewer, I was like, I come to comedy with a very probably arrogant perspective. Like, hey, I'm going to tell you about me, and I'm going to
Yeah.
have fun, and I hope that you enjoy it. But
Yeah.
really, this is me. So,
Listen, being unapologetically you, I'll take that 50 times over 50 times any other day of the week, whatever,
I
because
think the moment that you try to appease or you try, oh, I think they'll like this, or I think that's when you lose your sense of
okay.
you lose whatever it is that makes you different from everybody. Because as a comedian, I could look at things and I could tell what people would like, and I could tell what's funny. And I know
Mm,
they like when girls are going through niggas' phones, and I know that they like when girls are like, "Oh, you this, you." I know that that's a trope that
yeah.
Black women can easily play into, and that it's a lot of Black women on social media who have millions of followers because of that. But for me, it's low hanging fruit. That's not
Yeah.
true to me. So it's
Yeah.
just I'd rather stick to when I am because at the end of the day, you can't water like reality. You can't water a real person down. You can't
Yeah.
replicate.
Yeah. No, I respect that. I love that answer. For me, the viewer, I look at it, I'm like, again, it's easy for me to relate to it. I get this. It's embedded in me. A lot of this is the things we've seen and heard and the way you just compile it all together for us and the presentation behind it. Like it's almost nostalgia. It could be triggering, but either way, we're getting laughs out of it. To me, I look at it for the folks who may not know, and I love again, as just being on unapologetically you sort of their invite into the culture. Like this is what it is, whether you get it or not. This is what you're gonna get. And I was thinking about that because the boys the men joke. I'm like, they don't even understand how layered this is. Because first and foremost, don't you dare touch that song if you're not gonna
Well,
bring it right
yeah.
first and foremost.
I said, don't sing nobody that's fine. What are you doing right now? Don't sing nobody that's fine to me.
Oh man,
I
now
think even with that being said, because I didn't even think about it, I don't think about my jokes being because one of my favorites on the road from the fans, the people, the people who aren't us, they love the jokes about my dad. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not even that it's just like, oh, black people get it. But I didn't really think about the jokes being later. But even that Michael Jackson jokes, and I say in there, like, black people hate this. And it is very much a thing where it's like, you're not supposed to talk about that.
yeah.
Oh, it is because it is.
I
They on
know.
their phone and they like, mm-mm.
What is your family's reaction, the pops and moms and everybody adjacent, when they and it is what it is. Like we love our family. Sometimes we gotta love them from a distance. They get on our damn nerve, but we continuously picking up the phone for their nonsense. So I just want to know what's been their reaction. And I really, really, really want to know, like when your dad heard the bit, I know he said something ignorant. I know it.
He just laughs. I think they just think it's so funny because these are not, even if I um elaborate
Exaggerate.
hate a little bit, it's not far from the truth.
Yeah.
My dad said that to that nurse. Like, and so they just kind of laugh because I come from a family of storytellers, and to them it's just like the same way they told it to their neighbor, the same way they told it to
I
the
was just about to say that.
it's like, yeah, she told the story about when he went to the doctor. He said that to the nurse. Like, it's not something that's like, oh my God, I can't believe Brandi made this up. They like, oh, you told them the story.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just like a very matter of fact thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Swear to God. That's
Like it's
exactly.
literally, and I need to find the picture and post it because it's a picture of him in a hospital bed drinking a drink, being like this, and you can see Chuck the Deuces at the fucking nurse. I need to find the picture. So
I
yes,
swear to God, you could be right there.
if anything, my family's like, you also you can give us some more money because you just telling our stories, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, I swear, you could be right there in the same room with your family, see the exact same thing they saw, and then 10 minutes later, they telling either your aunt, your uncle, or the neighbor, and it's a whole nother story to the 100th degree. You're like, that's what happened? Okay. That's what you said? That's what you
Very,
did?
very
Oh, okay.
different version of telephone, right?
Yes, exactly. Um, so others may have seen your work, obviously, with Abbott Elementary and Power. I want to know for you, being part of two iconic franchises, very popular,
Mhm.
and characters that, especially in Power, you talk about getting your glam up from a stripper. It looks like you went and hollered at your girl. I just want to know for you, from being a part of, filming in that capacity and then now stepping on the stage and filming a stand-up special, was there anything that we were able to borrow from one another, and then ultimately, is there any similarities you see between the two performances? I would say
Oh,
capacity of performances.
between those two specifically?
Yeah, like a stand-up special and then obviously working in, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
between stand up and doing TV. So
yeah.
I did Power several years ago.
Epiphany. She's still
Mhm.
alive too. Power never died.
She is.
You better
She
answer
is.
that phone.
They did not kill Epiphany off. I was told she was a fan favorite, but they just couldn't find a storyline for her. But I did Power, and then I did the guest star role of Abbott, which was very
Hmm.
dope. Janelle James, Principal Ava, actually came to my premiere party and sat right next to me while I watched the special, and so that
Nice.
was a really cool experience because I'm friends with people on the show as well as friends with people in the writers' room, and so to be able to be on the show and see my friends at work, I'm more so excited to see my friends at work. I'm in there like videotaping, like, girl, I'm in the room with your wigs, girl, like it's more like that. But that was a very quick day of filming. I would say I've been doing stand up way longer than acting. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are like, oh, shit, I didn't know this actress did stand up now. And I'm like, baby, it takes so much more work to get to where I am in stand up than I think it does in acting. My first
Mm,
ever was Power. Like, I've
mm,
never been on a show before Power, never been in a commercial before Power.
mm.
So it took me a lot longer to get on TV for comedy, But compare the things, no. I think when I'm on TV acting, I'm very much acting, and
Okay.
sometimes I have to think of cousins or who the fuck act like this. I don't know nobody act like Epiphany, like And I was like, yes, I do. I got a cousin. She a stripper. This how she is. I'm about to act like my cousin. I'm about to act like my cousin. But when I'm doing stand up, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me. It's quirky me. It's dorky me. Is sometimes in parts of my stand up, I'm not always cool. Sometimes I say stuff that's very, very, dark but hold some truth. When I'm acting, it's just you have to really bring to life somebody else's vision. In stand up, I don't have to bring nothing to life but what's in my mind. And
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah. I continue to see the theme of like your stand up is an invitation into your world and getting to
Mhm.
know you, which is dope, which is why
And you
this.
have some people who do stand up and it's very observational.
Mm-hmm.
They do stand up and it's very it's about others. And I do
Yeah.
like to think that my stand up, I might not tell you like what I did last night, not in this special anyway, but I do like to think that my stand up is very personal to me. And
Okay.
so with seeing that, you kind of just get to know me. And there's nothing wrong with other types of stand up, but I do think that mine is very personal. And so I do get sensitive about it. So if you come in my comments, you might I might come back in yours. Okay.
I ain't got nothing for love for you. I don't want that smoke. Two final questions I want to ask. I couldn't help but to also wonder, and I looked it up, and I really didn't get a definitive answer. Where do you what almost want to say what set you claim? Where do
Oh,
you consider home? Where would you say you
that's a
from?
great question because people be on my top about it. So, when it comes to comedy, I always say like Chicago is my home. It's like where my home base is because that's where I started stand up, really kind of like home my roots. I say Chicago, like anybody who's known me 10, 12, 13 years, they saw me at open mics in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But then my family's also from Chicago. I also went to grammar school in Chicago. Went to a Catholic school in Chicago on the South Side, families from the South Side of Chicago. But then we got these little spurts. I started school in Germany, but I was born in Texas. But then I went to about 3 years of school in Florida. Then we went to Chicago. Then we went to Ohio. Then we
Hmm.
went back to Florida. Then we went back to Chicago.
Mm.
Then I said high school and college in Florida.
Mm.
And after college, I moved back to Chicago and I didn't leave until I went to LA.
Okay.
So it's just,
Yeah.
and so even when people are like, are you going home or are you going for the holidays? Sometimes I go to Florida, sometimes I go to Chicago. So
Okay.
it just depends. But I, it's hard because then people are like, well, where were you born? And I'm like, well, I was
Yeah.
born in Texas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
I would say it's like where you went to high school at is where I usually attested to, but this one's tricky. Kind of feels like a hybrid between Florida and Chicago for sure.
yeah, I think so because even when I went to school and even in the summers with Florida, we would still go spend the summers in Chicago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it just depends. But I mean, you could say I'm from wherever I'm from. I feel like if you drop me off in either of the cities, I'm gonna be fine. I'll be okay. But it's definitely given like army brat
Yeah,
vibe. My
definitely
parents are
about to say that.
military. I went to 8 schools before I was 12, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, let's end it with this so I can let you get on with your day here. Get some rest, I'm sure you want. Um, I said in the beginning we're going to talk about manifestation a little bit here. So let's talk about next goals because again, you have your 30-minute set now on Hulu from Vegas, part of Kevin Hart's production. What's next? What are you manifesting? What is it that you want to achieve next?
So the next thing I have coming out right now is a 12 city tour, national tour. My team have been putting together on the back end. And so I'll be dropping that in the next week or two. I'm manifesting a very successful tour. I'll be working on my new hour. And outside of that, I have 2 other projects that I am extremely over the moon about. One was a movie that I filmed last December. They're finishing editing on it right now. It's called Waking Up Horny. Um, yeah, I know. I'm the lead of it, but this movie is unlike anything I've ever seen or been a part of. It's very much like, do you think 90s comedy like How to Be a Player, Booty Call, stuff like that,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, Bill Bellamy. It's a girl's version of that, but it's
Okay.
me. And I play 3 different characters in the movie,
Oh.
3 different characters, and it's a black raunchy comedy, and it's amazing and it's funny. It's not the funny that they're doing nowadays. Is
Oh, you saying
it's
forget
real.
all that sensitivity. We
Yeah,
going back to
it's not that. It's like this is what the fuck we think is funny, and this is what we're
let's
trying.
go.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
yeah, we didn't because it was even some parts that I read, and I'm looking at the director and the writer. I'm like, we doing it? If y'all doing it, let's go. I was like, you can't cancel me.
Let's go. I need to cheat here. 12 city tour. Are you coming to DC?
Let me look at this. Am I coming to DC? I'm coming to West Arlington,
You're in
Virginia.
the DMV. We can work with that.
Yes,
All right, I'm
I am.
pulling up. I'm
Yes.
pulling up. Yeah, I know you're gonna have a hell of a time out here, Chocolate City, for
I love
whatever is
it.
left of that.
That's one of the cities I go to every year.
Oh yeah? All
I
right.
was there this year. I'll be there the top of next year. Yeah, go
All
every
right.
year.
Sound good. Sound good. It's been so dope talking to you.
Thank you.
And could definitely consider myself a fan. I was introduced to you via Power. So when I saw that you were doing the stand-up, I was like, oh shit, for real. And I had a hell of a time. And I
You
mean,
go back.
yeah, we go back and for 30 minutes, man. And that's honestly, it's probably if we have so much more time, I would honestly say being able to do 30-minute sets, I think is a piece of like special magic that comedians have because you have to hook us right away.
Yeah.
Otherwise we're disengaged. And I said right out the gate, I was like, oh yeah, this about to be turned up. And it was. I had a hell of a time. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a lot more. Definitely check you out when you come through local. And I definitely will ensure that folks know where to find that tour once it is announced. And I really appreciate the time and sharing that with
Thank
us
you.
today.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to talk to you.
Absolutely. On camera as well, too.
On camera. Yeah, yesterday was not a good day for me, but we back, baby. We back.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.